Hello to all my lather clients and whoever else felt the need to get on and watch me be embarrassing. I thought since we're stuck at home, I would do a video on curling your hair with the flat iron. I know a lot of clients always want me to show them or want to show their kids how to do it, and I figured this was the best time. Everyone's stuck at home and wants to feel good about themselves, so thought I would do a video. Please do not watch my CrossFit videos because they're embarrassing. Stick to this video and then get the hell off my YouTube page. So I just blow dried my hair and I put Super Skinny in before I blow dried it with Moisture Milk. Just two hydrating products. I bleach my hair a lot, so I have a lot of damage. The Super Skinny smooths the cuticle, so you get less of that frizz and fly away. As you can see, my hair is pretty smooth for just blow drying it with my hands. It's not going to take all of it away, but it definitely helps. And then when you do the curls, it helps a lot too. Just a couple things about curling your hair with the flat iron. You definitely want to go away from your face in like this front section. I guess I usually do down to here. On both sides. Go away from your face. So what I mean by that is put your hair in. You always want to go upside down. Put your hair in and curl away. If you don't curl away, you're going to get these like weird little turd rolls towards your head and then you're going to hate it. So just don't do it. So I always section my hair when I do it because I have a lot of hair, and if I don't, then it looks like shit. So there's that. I usually take like this whole halo section all the way to the back. Leave all this out, a pretty thin layer. You don't want to put too much hair in the flat iron because then it tends to get pokey and straight in some areas, but then if you put too little, you get too tight of a curl and then you look like you're going to prom. So just take a happy medium, clip the rest out of the way. So then you always want to protect your hair with some type of product. I'm going to use Stay Strong. It's a firm hold hairspray, but it's actually really brushable. So you don't have to worry about like being super stiff. I always put it in, then I just brush it out a little bit. Ooh, my hair looks gold. Yuck. Okay, so like I said, away from the face. When you go in, you want to take a section. See, I don't know if you can see how thick that is, but take the section away from your face, turn it about one time back and down through the bottom. See, that's even kind of tight for what I actually prefer, but just for the sake of the video, I don't really care. You want to kind of go fast. If you go slow, you're going to get a tighter curl. And most people who are flat iron curling don't want a ringlet, they want a beach wave. So do it again. Just kind of one smooth, steady stream and down through. Now, most of the time too, see how like this end is curled? If you like the beach wave look, sometimes you can just pull it and straighten the end. See, it gives it more of a loose look. But then all the way through the back. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable. You gotta get used to it. You're not gonna be perfect the first time you do it. And I don't typically comb them out until I'm done with a section. And doing the opposite side I'm left-handed, so the right side's really easy because I can go in and under. This side sucks because it's backwards. One side pretty much always looks better than the other. Not much you can do about that. And sometimes the goal is like kind of the messier the better. The quicker, the messier it is, like the less of a tight formed curl you're gonna get. I like to do this. Ooh, that's a bad one. But I like to do this on the second day a lot, just around my face, just to kind of get some curl back into it. Typically flat iron curls stay better in my hair than a curling iron curl and just looks more natural. Like I said, you don't want to look like you're going to prom, so kind of the quicker job you do, the better. Okay, so that whole section I did away from my face. Typically I'm lazy and I don't like to think about the formation, so then I'll just do the whole head away from my face. But then by the end of the day, you kind of are stuck with just two big curls, so it is better to go both ways with it. So I just took another horseshoe shape. Almost didn't use my heat protectant. Gosh, I thought there'd be more information I could share on this, but I'm running out of things to say already. I miss you guys. I'm sad that I'm not working. I'm so sorry everyone's getting roots, but if it helps, I haven't had my hair colored since October, so we're all in the same boat. At least everyone's looking bad together. So when you get to the back, it's kind of hard, but also you can't see the back of your own head, so if it doesn't look that good, the only person that's gonna see it is someone that's definitely not gonna say anything to you, because no one does that anymore, so. Like I said, I can usually get a couple days out of flat iron curls, because you do, no matter what, the first day is always kind of tight and doesn't look exactly how you want it. Then you sleep on it and you wake up and you're like, yeah, that's it. So just to entertain you guys, I've been staying with my boyfriend during this whole shutdown gig, and everything was okay for a few days, and you know, just hanging out at home. It was kind of like a long weekend. And then we lost water to the kitchen sink somehow. Luckily his landlord came and fixed it pretty quickly, but if you've ever tried to do dishes in the bathroom, it's not that easy. Hello.
How's it going?
It's going. You want to curl it? You want to learn?
You don't want that.
Okay, so now you can see we're kind of getting more to it. Feels good to curl my hair today, even though I'm not going to see anyone. Thank you! Okay, so then once you get to this section, it gets really hard to like go upside down and do the U again. So this is when I typically just take the whole back down. Oh, too much. It's so hard to see myself in my phone. Okay, so separate it like that. Pull all this up. This big spray. And then still continue to go in upside down. And like I said, you can go forward now once you're towards the back, or you can alternate each one and then it gets a little more piecey looking, but I'm lazy. But yeah, show your kid this. This can be their lesson for the day since they're not going to school. I can't get it in there. Let me look in the mirror. Can't do it. We'll go back to this side. Like I said, it's going to take a while for you to get the hang of it and get used to the feeling. It's super awkward, just like curling your own hair with a curling iron. You know, it took a while for you to learn. I think I'm way better at flat iron curling other people's hair than my own because, you know, I can turn my wrist different. Your head's below me. If I could pop my own head off, I would look great every day. There we go. Got it. And see how I missed a hair, but it's not really going to matter because the curls aren't perfect. So if you have a little straight piece in there, chances are no one's going to notice. Okay. Okay, so when I get to this section here, I just take the back down, and I have really short layers, so it's going to start to look pokey on me. Most people it won't, unless you have short layers too. But then I just go from one side to the other, just to give that texture. I don't know how people do this shit for a living. I would much rather have just like a regular job. Because talking to yourself is weird. But kudos to you for making millions off the internet. And this last one. Yeah. Go back over to the other side. I don't think I used heat protectant on that layer either. Whatever. My hair's dead anyways because I bleach it, so. Okay. There we are. All curled up. Like I said, like I don't like how like full this is, so by the second day it looks really great. But one thing I also do after I curl my hair or flat iron it or do anything for the day is I put dry shampoo in. I just buy the cheap stuff because it's hard to spend $20 on baby powder in a can, so I get Dove. Typically it's like $4 at Walmart. Pretty much everything else though has to be professional. I just think it works better. It's backed up by science and professionals. Like I know a lot of people like Monet and stuff, but you're getting advice from someone that doesn't do hair for a living, so there's my little thought on that. So with the dry shampoo, it's actually really good to put it in the day you wash your hair, because with dry shampoo you want to absorb the oil straight out of your scalp. You don't want to absorb the oil out of your hair necessarily. So by day 2 or 3, the oil is already, you know, this far down your hair strand. So then it's harder for the dry shampoo to get the coverage to pull all that oil out. So if you put dry shampoo in the day you wash it, as that oil comes out of your scalp, it's being absorbed instantly. So when I do that, I can typically get 4, 5, 6 days out of it, which is kind of gross. But if you know any of us that work at Lather, we do not wash our hair because we're gross, and you don't want to wash your own hair when you wash someone else's hair all day. So anyways, I just typically pin this section back up for a second. You're not going to hurt your curls, I promise. And then just spray it right in at the roots. You don't... What? Now the bedroom's going to stink. Probably. And then drop it. Then the next layer up, do the same thing. You don't want to spray too much because then it will get that powdery look, and then you'll look either grayer than you already are, or it's going to make your hair look just not good. And then I do it right on top too. You know, wherever you get the most greasy. The front, temples. I don't really care if my hair's greasy in the back because no one sees it, it's underneath. But then I let it sit on for a few minutes, kind of absorb into my hair, and then I just mush it through with my fingers. It feels kind of gritty, but not usually if you don't put too much in. It does make you smell good though, especially if you don't wash your hair for 4 days. You need some kind of help. Then when you're all done, you can spray more hairspray in. I don't like to because I like to be able to touch it all the time. So, like I said, I get pretty good curls, so I don't need to worry about it falling out too much. But there you are. My first hair tutorial. Hope it didn't suck. Bye.